So in yesterday's video, we learned that Ravens cornerback Nate Wiggins has not been 100% healthy, and that dates all the way back to since he was in high school, which is crazy. So we expect to see him do even bigger things this year. We've seen plenty of flashes throughout the past couple of seasons with Nate Wiggins, but this year should be even better. But he's not the only member of the Ravens secondary who's been dealing with injuries, because they have another cornerback who's looking to have a get-back year in 2026. Ravens secondary last year was not a pretty sight to see. Whether it was due to scheme, whether it was due to injuries, or it's just a mix of a lot of things, it was ugly. But somebody who didn't even get a chance to be a part of that at all was Bilhal Kone. He missed his entire rookie season in 2025 due to injury. But we've been seeing videos of him working out, looking a lot better, getting a lot healthier. And it doesn't stop there, because Jeff Zrebiec, he noted the following. He said, Bilhal Kone's work was mostly confined to the individual phase of practice, but he deserves mention and praise for being on the field in any capacity. When Kone suffered a horrific knee injury last August during his rookie preseason, sustaining a torn ACL, MCL, and other damage. Oh my goodness. I didn't even remember it was that much. That was crazy. I remember getting a notification from Jordan Schultz that day and just like, man, here we go again. Ravens secondary facing more injuries. It was tough. And then you feel for him because he was a rookie. He didn't even get to taste the NFL yet, and he was already done for the whole year before he even got started. It's tough. But anyway, continuing, it says, there were questions about whether he'd be able to play again. I ain't know it was like that. Of course, you hear somebody tears their MCL, their ACL, their PCL, whatever other CLs they got too, their CDL as well. They tear all that. Oh, man, they going to be out a while. They're going to miss, obviously, the whole football season. And even if they come back late next year, they'll be back next year. But I didn't know that his career was in question at one point. So that's what makes it make even more sense why Jeff Zrebiec said that Bilhal Kone deserves mention and praise for being on the field in any capacity. I had no idea the extent of his injury was career-threatening. So that's amazing that he's not only back on the field, but he's like, back. He's getting there. But let's continue with this excerpt from the article. It says, for the 2025 sixth-round pick to be participating in voluntary workouts 9 months later is a testament to his hard work. He'll need to have a strong training camp to make the roster, but just being as involved as much as he was in the offseason program is a major win. So I like that. Shout out to Bilhal Kone. And shout out to Jeff Zrebiec, because, again, a lot of that was new information to me, especially the severity of his injury. But you think about the Baltimore Ravens secondary, and you think about Bilhal Kone and what he could possibly contribute to them. They obviously got Marlon Humphrey, got Chido Awuzie, got Nate Wiggins, who we mentioned earlier, got TJ Tampa. So those four are your locks. Those four are your guys who are going to be looking to get the most snaps. But then there's Rivers, the rookie. He ain't going nowhere. He could possibly get some snaps here and there, slot corner, but probably more so on special teams. So that's 5 corners right there. We're not even including safeties, but that's 5 corners right there. So we already getting a bit crowded. But then you think about Bilhal Kone, who missed his rookie year last year with injury, but also Robert Longerbeam, who also missed his rookie year last season with injury. So it's going to take a lot, again, for them to make the roster. It will take even more for them to have a significant contribution to this Ravens secondary, simply because it's a lot in front of them already. And their late round picks from the previous year coming back from injury. But it'll be nice if they can bring some competition. If them being in the mix, the better the Ravens are on the back end, whether it's the secondary, really any position, but specifically with the secondary right now, because that's what we're talking about. The better they are on the back end of the depth chart, the better the whole team is. Because if your 5th, 6th corner, or if there are some guys that can come in and they can play and they can possibly start, that makes you that much stronger. So hopefully Bilhal Kone continues to have an excellent, amazing offseason and he can get healthy. Hopefully Robert Longerbeam does all of that and even more. And both of those two can be contributors in some way, shape, form, or fashion to Ravens secondary in 2026. We've made it to my favorite part of the videos where we get to hear from you. Send me an email to teamkeepitclean@gmail.com if you want to take part in it. Or if you want to show the channel extra love, you can go to patreon.com/Ingravenvids and become a Team Keep It Clean patron. First one came from a Team Keep It Clean patron. I appreciate you, Zach. He said, I was just watching your video where Nate Wiggins was saying that he's never been 100%. Yeah, man. That was crazy. And that's yesterday's video if y'all want to check that out. He said, I'm not making any excuses, but do you think that might have been the reason why he wasn't playing a lot of press man coverage as trying to help him because he is so good? It's better to have some kind of him on the field than none of him. That's something right there. That's something right there. That's a really good point. But when the last time Marlon Humphrey was 100%? I figured it was last year. When the last time Chido Awuzie was 100%? I figured it was last year too. And he had them boys playing all. He had them boys playing all the way back too. So, I don't think that was the reason. That is a very, very good thought. But since it happened with all of our corners, not just Nate, it happened with all of our corners. He had all of them playing all the way back. That's like me. This is the microphone. And I decided, you know what? I'm gonna try to talk to y'all like this. Actually, this is not even far enough. It's not even far back enough. But you see what I'm saying? Like with the mic, you're supposed to be right here in front of it, not all the way back, not super far back. And that's the same way our corners should have been playing a lot more. Not every single play you're gonna be pressing the right wide receiver, but situationally, the way that those boys were played last year was bad. It was all kinds of bad. But I do see what you're saying, though. Anyway, he said, oh, love the channel. Oh, no, appreciate that, Zach. He said, we don't care what you say. You are the GOAT. I appreciate you, Zach. We not. I'm not. Y'all are. I'm definitely not at all. But, no, I appreciate you supporting the channel, man. And thank you again for being a Team Keep It Clean patron. Next question came from my guy, Matthew. He said, what's up, Ingraven? What's up, Matt? He said, hope everything is good with you and your family. I've been a new fam. Thank you. He said, not a fan, fam for family. Ha. See, thank you. I appreciate that. Seriously, I really, really do. I really, really do. Because y'all know I detest it. I loathe it. Do not like it at all. The word fan. Hate it. Because it just makes you sound like you elevated above everybody else. And we are not at all. In fact, y'all should be elevated above us for sure. Because y'all got it. Anyway, he said, I've been watching your content and it's great. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I want your thoughts and the thoughts of the Team Keep It Clean on what I think the Ravens should do for wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, and wide receiver 3. He said for wide receiver 1, Zay Flowers. Okay. That's the expectation. He said for wide receiver 2, Tez Walker. Okay. I don't think there's going to be anybody mad at that, like, at all. I really don't. He said for wide receiver 3, Rashad Bateman, Jacoby Lane, and Elijah Surratt in rotation. I'm with it. I like it. Not mad at it at all. I would love that. I agree. He said, my reasoning is that Bateman needs to feel the pressure that he needs to be what we're expecting him to be. And that the wide receiver 2 is earned. Tez Walker has been proven he's reliable every time that we gave him a chance. It's time to give him more playing time and see how he responds. I agree with that Tez Walker does deserve more playing time. Because, again, everything that we've seen, he hasn't had many chances at all. But when he gets the opportunity, it looks good. It goes good. So just imagine him with more opportunity. It just makes sense. That's it. With Rashad Bateman, I think he's already feeling a lot of pressure. He's got to be feeling a lot of pressure. First round pick in 2021. Things haven't gone as planned. But Rashad Bateman is also on his 3rd contract with the team. That's crazy to say, right? Rashad Bateman is on his 3rd contract with the Ravens. Because his first contract was his rookie contract. Then he signed a contract extension. It was for super cheap. But then he signed another contract extension. What was that, last year, the year before last? That was also for super cheap. He's on his third contract with the Ravens. Now, his contracts have been different. They're not the normal contract, but he still is on his third one. So it would be nice if the potential that we've seen a lot of times they can reach and tap that potential. And again, the targets do matter. That's why I love when we had Simply and Sutton on from Purple Rain Podcast, and they brought up the number of targets that he got, and it wasn't many at all. And they said it was either one more or one less than DeAndre Hopkins got last year. So, okay. And DeAndre Hopkins was brought in to be supplemental to Zay Flowers and Rashad Bateman. But if Rashad Bateman got the same amount of targets pretty much as DeAndre Hopkins, then, yeah, they're both on the same boat. So, yeah, that's tough, man. But, yeah, I have no problem with how you are listing the wide receivers. He said Jacoby Lane will help out a lot with contested catches and against tall defensive backs, and Elijah Surratt as a good route runner and a reliable target. What do you think about this? I love it, and I really don't think there's going to be a single person that disagrees with you at all. Next question came from my guy, Nicholas. He said, "Hey, Ingraven, hope you're doing well, and although it may not mean much, I pray for the success of our channel and that you might prosper in it." I appreciate that, Nick. Thank you, man. He said, "I heard that Lamar Jackson doesn't talk in contract negotiations when the season actually starts." That's what he's been telling us, and we got no reason to not believe that. Eric DeCosta said the same thing. Hey, Lamar said when the season starts, nope, no contract talk. Lamar done told us for years. He's been saying that for years. When the season starts, nope, ain't doing it. And that, I think, is a clear way of him. That's actually him negotiating, too. That's him publicly negotiating. That's him letting the Ravens know publicly and letting the world know, like, hey, Ravens, you want to get something done? You better pick up the pace. You got a deadline. That's him letting the Ravens and the world know his deadline for getting whatever they're going to get done. If they're going to get something done that offseason, that's when they need to get it done, before the season starts. But anyway, continuing. He said, I have two questions. First one is this true? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And he says, second, if this is true, isn't that window about to slam shut until after we win the Super Bowl? I love how you ask that question. I love it. But yeah, that's the deadline. Once the season starts, nope, I'm done talking. We ain't doing it no more. We'll talk next offseason. See you then. So, yeah, that's it. It's business. It's business. Now, Ravens mess around and win a Super Bowl, which we all hope they do. His contract's already going to be really high. They win the Super Bowl. Ooh, it goes up even higher. And that's what we want. That's what we want, for sure. He said, imagine how much his stock would rise if he held out until next year, coming off a Super Bowl win over the Los Angeles Rams. Man, I love your question because you not only giving your, should we call it predictions or spoilers? I don't want to say spoilers. You're not only giving your spoilers, you're giving it to them in detail. You ain't say, Ravens going to win the Super Bowl. You said, Ravens are winning the Super Bowl against the Los Angeles Rams. You put them in it too. So we will be beating them in the Super Bowl at their crib. And if they make it there at their crib, that will be, the second time that they played at their crib in the Super Bowl? Because that's where they played the Bengals at, I'm pretty sure. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. But then I think they played at their crib. Tom Brady with the Bucks, they played at their crib. The Super Bowl was in Tampa Bay. So, anyway, he said, I'm an optimistic person who, being a Ravens fan, must always be prepared for the worst. Yeah, because Ravens, they hurt us, man. They certainly know how to. But anyway, he said, God bless you and all the team. Keep it clean and Ravens Nation. So we all get what we want this year, which is Jesse Minter hoisting the Lombardi Trophy at the Rams' crib. See, he ain't doubled down. He tripled down on it.
The flock flies to the wise, it's a wonderful thing. Look what vision and commitment and some discipline brings. When 8 becomes 1, the mood swings and the flock sings for another ring. Man, we tuning in to Ingravenvids, set that scene tonight. Team, keep it clean, hold it down, the spark to ignite.